Oh yes, a very good evening to my brothers and sisters of Trinidad and Tobago and the wider world. Whosoever listens to my little messages, a wonderful evening to you all. I sat, I listened, I said, let me wait until the dust settles and then I will give my little piece. Sometimes it is good to wait before you talk. You know, they say look before you leap. So I, tell myself I am going to naturally, look before I leap. And that is exactly what I did. Right? I said I'm sitting down and I'm looking before I leap. And I was listening to the debates and then I'm listening to the people with the situation that is called the Zoso, as they call it, zones of special operation. And there were those who were for and those who were against. And there was a piece of narrative that was being bantered about that, oh, this government is targeting only one race of people. And they are targeting the black man, and the this and the that and the other. It seemed to me now that it really and truly that there are people out there who really make a livelihood on coming on social media to either cause war, strife, mayhem, name it. Right? And people love darkness more than light. They love evil more than good. That's why when God said, woe unto them who put light for darkness and darkness for light, who put good for evil and evil for good, is a woe and woe unto all them. So I'm going to get down to the whole nitty-gritty of the story. You know, last week I saw them putting up and saying that the Prime Minister was calling out the independent senators and calling out this one and calling out that one. But I want to find out something from us, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. My dear fellow citizens, did you listen to the bill and read what the bill consists and why the people were bringing that bill? And all of you who were happy and rejoicing yesterday and today are because the bill failed. What has it done for you, for your moral? What is it saying to us? What is it saying for those so-called independent, not independent senators? People of Trinidad and Tobago, always remember that our president is a PNM person. She's not impartial. She was a PNM senator. She was right inside her there. Always remember she's politically aligned to the People's National Movement. And she is the person who picked those people, and I ain't seen none of them looking like me. No matter how Negro some of them may look, they do not consider themselves Negroes. They are Orioles. They don't want to mess with the people down on the ground. But I have news flash for them. When the thing get out of hand and it come to your family, don't call for nobody to help. Take all you get. So it have a person here, they call him, it says real talk with somebody called Saeed Ali. I went digging up to see if I could find a proper article because I know I read somewhere that they were talking about these zones of, what do they call it? Zones of special operation. So he had a breakdown here, right? Some article that was written on January the 19th. And I'm going to read the article, you know. I'm reading it as much as I can. It starts off, where is the most dangerous place in Trinidad and Tobago? That's the question. In 2025. He answered to it. The question again, where is the most dangerous place in Trinidad and Tobago? The answer he gave in 2025, Central Trinidad, between Caroni and Couva, was the most murderous part of Trinidad and Tobago. Central Trinidad. Central Trinidad is not predominantly Negroes, it is predominantly Indian. So when people were out there talking the nonsenses and saying, no nonsense, I put a easy on it, and saying that how the Prime Minister and her government targeting black people, that is number one lie. You understand me? That those who are in bed with the criminals had out there. Listen. In 2025, Port of Spain recorded the most killings, making it the deadliest location based on available Trinidad and Tobago Police Service data. Okay? When homicide figures for 2023, 2024, and 2025 are added together, Central Trinidad also stands out as the most violent region nationally. Not Lavante, not the black people area where they come to fool all and tell you that was the reason why they ain't got support. Central. We know who lives Central. We know. We go in. The data was provided to the Sunday Express by the TTPS on Friday. With 73 murders last year, the Central Police Division recorded around 20% of the murders out of the 369 killings across all 10 police divisions. Them alone get 20%. Central, eh? Some communities in that division includes Shogunas, Enterprise, Caroni, Kunupia, Chinchin Road, Kelly Village, Las Lomas, Brasso, Freeport, Grand Couva, Londonville, and Couva. All of them areas is predominantly Indians. So I don't know the lie and the wickedness they were perpetuating out there and say, oh boy, they only targeting Lavante and they only targeting PNM territory. Which one of them places I call is a PNM territory? I want to let you tell me. Let me finish with my boy's story, right? He says last year, the country recorded its lowest murder toll, which has been largely credited to the state of emergency measures, right? And we know that the state of emergency measures came in under the PNM and the UNC just carried it over. That is what we are sure of. Right, so they said under the state of emergency, they recorded the lowest amount of murders that is in last year. Right. The SOE is due to expire, or the state of emergency is due to expire at the end of this month and may be replaced by zones of special operations. Through the proposed law reform, Zones of Special Operations Bill 2026. He wrote that on the 19th, that it may be replaced by that, right? Listen. Under the Zoso, as everybody calls it, framework, government would be empowered to declare high crime spots, special zones, allowing intensified security operations by the police and defense force. The approach also focuses on community-based intervention, which means we supposed to help to keep our area safe too. Mirroring Jamaica's model of targeting crime hotspots. In comparative terms, the 2025 murder rate was also lower than in 2020. Imagine that. When 396 homicides were reported, that is in 2020, we know what kind of period it was. A reduction largely linked to COVID-19 lockdowns and movement restrictions at the time. So last year was even better than 2020 when we had a natural lockdown when they call it, you know, the live lockdown. Good? Yeah. Under the current SOE, the police are empowered to issue preventive detention orders. They call it PDOs, to suspects deemed priority offenders or alleged gang leaders and gang members. So they had a little orders to do that under SOE. So the government said, oh gosh, although we know that these areas, and I was saying the other day, Enterprise and all them places that we don't see about much murder taking place there. And it's not just Negroes, it's both Negroes and Indian, and in Trinidad they don't say about this big boss with this name and this big gang leader with that name and this big crime family with that name. Hello, in Trinidad and Tobago, the criminals does not carry only kinky hair. They carry straight hair too. There are Indians who are criminals. There are Negroes who are criminals. So we see that it was all over Trinidad. The woman was trying to put something in place to kind of curb it down, to kind of calm it down. But then after, and let me tell you, the other thing, murders, they have a chart. It have murders. Port of Spain, 2023, 53. 2024, 102. 2025, 36. Southern, 61. They just said Southern. 61. Died 2023. 2024, 80. 2025, 50. So them they so higher. The southern place, higher. Western, 52. That must be Carolina General, 52, 53, and 25. So that had a very great job. Right? Half of the number less were killed. Northern Division, I think it's the police division, and then they must name it out here. The Northern Division, 86. And the years is 23, 24, and 25. So you had 86, 62, and then 52. They drop a little bit, they drop a little bit, they drop a little bit. North Central, 78, 2023. Then they have 44, 2024, and 18. So the Northern Division did well. Central Division, 92, 23, 88, 24, and 73. 25. So we see it is that the South Central divisions have the most murders per capita for the year 2025. Right? Southwestern, 39, 39, 28. So them whole same among 2023, same among 2024. The Eastern Division now, up, you know, Arima and all them kind of places there. 33, 23, 54, it jumped to in 24. And then you had 30 last year. North Eastern Division, you had 70. I think that was supposed to be Blanchishes and all them kind of area over so, including in Northeastern. Then you have 70, 70 went up to, and last year was 45. Tobago now. 2023. That one that kind of shocked me. I mean, we know so much how we have in some places. 2023, they had 14 murders. 2024, whole 24 murders. Well, let's see how far they went up. Hey. And last year, praise the Lord, it went right down to 10. And I'm wishing, oh, how I wish. I think it had a one for this year already. I hope it had no more. My beg. So you go, people, I always stop killing one another. Please. Anyhow. So that is the statistic, and all who was out there bumping the ground. Oh, the government wicked, they shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that, they shouldn't have no broad zones are this and no zones are that. I shared a video, and I'm going to say it again, of a young lady who lived in Laventille. And she lived through the nightmare with gunmen running through she house. You understand me? Her parents' home. She house because she lived there too. You understand me? And other gunmen in pursuit, and bullets flying and all kind of things, and they had to lie down and quench, and you must say the prayers too. Because they was thinking is that the last breath they gonna take. I tell all already, I know about Laventille and those places. It's a place I grew up in my younger days, and then after when I get older, you know, my parents left. They went places like Europe and all these places and live, and then they come back to Tobago. I was living in Pinto Road with my children, and I choose to take them out of them wild west space there. I don't know, all of a sudden, you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, some of you, tell yourself, well, left the criminal and them let it run wild. In Sandy Grande, in a church setting, you understand me? The people in the compound, in the church, and bandit walking there with gun. It had children there and women there. And these gunmen went and they robbed food, stuff. What they couldn't rob, they robbed whatever money they could get. Wherever they could rob, I think they stole their telephones, they do all kind of thing. This is the kind of thing I believe that the government was trying to save us from. But no, all I want to sit down there and side with those PNM wicked people who have an agenda to bring Tobago to a piece of straw with wickedness and evil and crime. Right? All I want to sit down and accept that kind of behavior from these PNM people. Till the latest thing I read today in an article is that the Prime Minister says that police should be outfitted with body cams when they go out there earlier. When they're looking at crime stories and all kind of thing in America and all over the world, you're seeing them men wearing body cam. And not body cam alone, the cars are outfitted with cameras. Their vehicles are outfitted with cameras. So anytime they come out from inside, you're seeing them going and thing. And when you're not getting it from the car, you're getting it from the body cam. You understand me? We need to see and know. Now it have two of them. This what she name was something Marsha Walker and this Roberts man sit down by the widows yesterday and they hand up and she with the big guts in front there and she sit down and he hand up and whoever had a foot up. Now when I see people like that coming out there to say they don't want laws like this, it makes me wonder if these people are in some kind of criminal activity that they don't want nothing good to happen here. Why are you so afraid of the government bringing measures to protect citizens? That situation that happened with the young man too and his wife, whether common law or lawful law, a wife and the mother of a child, where these rogue and evil police, I will call them that, kill that man in cold blood. And they are not the only one. I'm telling you something. Some years back, I can't remember exactly which year, but these police were making a raid in a place and the videos were shown. I saw a lot of videos where police do put on real work that never come on the media. I saw this one come up in. And the policeman was running down this guy by a house. And the man fall down. He couldn't go another place. And the policeman take one of them same long gun there. He lay down on the ground and the policeman take the long gun and shoot him and kill him. And cuss him. Look right in Tobago here. I am not going to side with evil on no side. The Bible tells us righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. And me not going to side with no wrongdoing. Look up inside a Bethel where the young man sit down there. And that boy was begging the people who was by him. When this policeman arrest handcuff on him, and the boy bawling and say, I'm not going with him. Oh, he gonna kill me. Oh, God, he gonna kill me. He gonna kill me. He gonna kill me. One of the fella jump up and say, boy, oh, Shema, how you gonna kill him? Look, we right here. He ain't gonna kill him. We right here. And in front of them, the man leg away he gone. Empty the clip on him and kill him. That wasn't something hidden, you know. That was no AI video, you know. It had nothing where like what people just want to take original thing, no one see they could twist it and talking about AI, you know. That wasn't AI, you know. That was another murder. It was murder. And that same cop, it was around election time, was the what you call it, the April election. And when they had the motorcade, my boy on the police jeep, and he driving in the motorcade, he was part of the police contingent, who was there supposedly protecting us. So, hey! But I have something to tell all of them policemen and them, who tell all themselves, well, could go out there and murder people just as the other thugs who does be murdering. And all the commissioner will come out and talking nonsense about, oh, they need therapy. So when them need therapy, one to the family of those who were murdered in cold blood, them don't need therapy. They don't need therapy. Well, let me tell all you. I love to read that text there, you know. I'm taking up my Bible and I'm reading it. I don't want to miss a word out of it. And this is for you, Mr. Commissioner of Police. All you who outside there and want to be taking evil and tell others if all evil will stand forever. I tell you something. Me want to tell you something, and it must get on very, very, very good. Right? I'm reading it. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verses 11 to 13. I want you to listen to it and listen to it well. And it says, because the sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil. It goes on to say, though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, that fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before God. So because Allah tell Allah, for look at go out there and kill at will. And somebody who only working for tell Allah, pat all on their back and tell Allah, hey, that was a good thing to do. You have a God bigger than each and every one of us. There is a God who is mightier than all of us. And when he gives judgment and justice, it will be justifiable. We cannot encourage wickedness and wrong from no sides. No sides. And coming to you, hand-pick PNM independent senators, call themselves independent. Let me tell you something, to every person's blood who fall on this island of Trinidad and Tobago, God will require it at your hands. He will require it at your hands. You got to tell me that 9 earlier, every single one already, 9 earlier, none of them have a conscience, none of them have a heart, none of them have nothing good in earlier. So I look a whole head and whole, even though they're in lodge or in frat or wherever all you're in, you gonna tell me that none of you at all and have no God-given kind of conscience? When the Bible tell me evil men and you shall wax worse and worse, I just watch it, you know. All who tell us if you know how Bible and Bible not true, yeah, it fulfilling in our face daily, momently, daily. The president, and I was reading some articles, and it was brought to my attention, I don't know if that is true, that woman's term is up. And if her term is up, I find it is time enough for them to start to put it out there, you understand me, and start to look for a new president of the country. We need a change. Get rid of her. If her term is up, do not extend it and carry it on more. And if when she go, whosoever comes in, because that is she senator and them, she independent senator. If that is how it does go, I don't know fully how the law does go. That the other one who comes in, who can get him or herself 9 new ones who will see about the business of Trinidad and Tobago, because these people are not impartial. You see why me, sir, and nobody much doesn't me going cuckoo? It's because I do not follow people. I just follow this book. Hey, watch how we look, eh? I see how we stop. It's well beaten up. It's a well beaten book. I live in it day and night, morning, noon, and night. Year go, year come. And once you follow the man of that book, you could never, ever, ever sit down and see evil and call it good. So you throw away a whole block of people in Trinidad and Tobago, you ain't care about them. Not because they ain't coming out there and people ain't coming out and say this, that, and the other. And listen, one of my good friends talking about independence. Them people don't have no independence in them, and you know that. And there is nothing independent about them. They are evil. Just as the president and all of them is a bunch of people who have no God in them. Let me warn all again. You may be kings and lords of all you survey here, but it have a judgment coming. It have a God out there waiting and all there. And all who rejoicing because this thing coming happen. So remember what the commissioner of police doing? When the fellas and them come and murder out all the children and them, he going and send them for counseling. Yeah. He going and send them for counseling. So when the Wild West open and things start to get worse and worse and worse, because I think they said the SOE finishing at the end of the month. Well, we don't know what they're going to do after that. As the Prime Minister, may not put back none in place. And I'll leave all it to all itself. And let the chips fall where it may. And then when I see, well, enough is enough, then I go come back again. Only evil people don't want anything good for their country. And as always say, once you abide by the law, you have nothing to fear. If you know your deeds are evil, you have everything to fear. And that is the sad thing. They just pick up people from all about and bring them and throw them there. A few people, hey, governance is a very strange thing, you know. We 14 people and then a few people just make all the decisions for the whole masses. Why? I don't know that. The whole upside down. But I'm going to say it again. That cowardly act that these 9 people stood up to cause all these places that I read out in front to continue with the mayhem, let's see how it will end. My people, those of you who know right and know God, stand up for your right and stand up for your God. I'm begging all you. Despite what? Whether they kill we, or whether we die, or whether we live, we stand up for God because we have a reward to get after this. I am afraid of Trinidad and Tobago right now, especially Trinidad. Me ain't able to hold it down there. All who want to be bribed and all who want to take blood money to sell out the little country, go ahead. Go right ahead. All who would not want to live in Bible time because the kind of laws and how much every little thing was a law. The law they give Moses besides the 10 commandments for the children of Israel to live by. And when they walked away from it, that is why you see so much of mayhem took place. And it's the same thing that happened to Trinidad and Tobago. We want to be a lawless nation, as the Prime Minister said. Continue being a lawless nation. But as for me and my house, we will try our best to live within the ambits of the law. My dear people, good afternoon. May God be merciful to us and to every one of you who, right thinking, stand for right, stand for justice, stand for truth. Be blessed, everyone. I'm gone.